Hello, I am Ken Johnson, speaking to you on behalf of the Friends of Centennial Square, a group dedicated to the revitalization of Centennial Square. Is Centennial Square an unwelcome place? Why is the public space treated as a place to go through and not to linger? Does the square deserve the public's poor opinion? The annual Lights of Wonder were a great success. Thanks to the Downtown Victoria Business Association, Starlight Investments, the City of Victoria, and the many other sponsors, the event was a hit. The availability of food and drink added to the atmosphere. Centennial Square had what every public space needs: people. When Centennial Square opened nearly 62 years ago, it showed great promise. Civic officials escorted visiting guests through the square, demonstrating how advanced and beautiful Victoria had become. A fine new addition to the historic City Hall, a rejuvenated theater, and in the center, a fountain of abstract design with colored lighting. With the addition of a new municipal parking structure, more people passed through Centennial Square, and many lingered to enjoy the atmosphere. The elderly, living in nearby single occupancy spaces, found refuge here, sitting in the sun near a warming brick wall. A younger crowd found the square and the fountain the ideal space to meet over lunch. The fountain and the surrounding tiara became a place to delight the very young and the very old, with smooth concrete surfaces accompanied by the soothing sounds of water. Trees and grassy areas offered a respite on hot summer days. But alas, this was not to continue. By the late 1960s, the hippie movement came to Victoria and found Centennial Square the ideal place to object to what they felt were materialistic values and war. They were carrying the message right to the steps of local government. The city responded by coating the smooth concrete tiara with a rust stucco coating and enacting various bylaws. Over the years, other problems emerged. The city found that occupying the retail spaces along the north edge was less costly than renting office spaces, thus reducing the shopping public coming in off of Douglas Street. Starting about 10 years ago, the Occupy Victoria movement and the increasing number of homeless residents resulted in greater efforts to control who came into the square, when they could come, as well as what they could do when there. The methods were gentle, bylaw officers urging what they felt were questionable people to move on, but slowly fewer and fewer people were in the square. So today, we have trees in the square with fences around them. We speak of responding to climate change in hotspots, but here, in the square, one cannot sit under a tree. We want children in the square, but not near a tree. We have areas that were formerly walkways, now planted with raw bunch grass at a goat would endure. Where a chair could be placed or a blanket be spread, we have plantings that, while low in maintenance, are even lower on the welcome square scale. So how about some quick win opportunities? We have a report from Dialogue which states that more grassy areas would be welcome. Take out the bunch grass and create an area suitable for people. Remove the fences from around the trees and allow the public to sit under a tree enjoying the scent and the coolness. The Adirondack chairs should come back and more of them, scattered along the perimeter, some in a sunny spot and some in the shade. And let's ask staff to develop a plan to remove the stucco coating from the fountain tiara. Funds may be short this year, but let us plan ahead. The fountain is a work of art and the centerpiece of the square, and should be restored as a welcome place for all. You may hear reasons why this cannot be done: safety, budget, no staff, but there are also good reasons why these simple steps should be taken. Making Centennial Square a welcoming place can be accomplished with small, positive changes over time and at a reasonable cost.